Welcome back to the xandosports Show. This is episode 6, and I'm your host, Ricky Stanley. And let's get right into it. The big question lurking around Philly is Jalen Hurts. Is he next in line? So this episode is going to basically circle around the quarterbacks in the future of the NFL. We're going to start with Jalen Hurts first. Can Jalen Hurts be what Steve Young used to be for the 49ers? If you roll that beautiful beam footage back and you look at the 49ers of old, you will see that Steve Young had to replace a great Joe Montana. Joe Montana was great. However, if you're looking at me as a Philly fan looking like, was Carson Wentz Joe Montana? No, he was not. But this will be circling around, can Jalen Hurts breathe new air into the era of Philadelphia? And I think he can. Like I said, Carson Wentz is not a Joe Montana, but Jalen Hurts will breathe new air into this organization. He will also, once again, bring some spunk to the offense. Last year, if you look at his play, the first big play he made off the bench last year, you see the guys coming off the bench cheering him on. But you look how they were so down upon themselves and just looking like, dejected. Once Jalen Hurts got there, got in the game, made a big difference. So that's why I think he'll be the resignation of Philadelphia, I'm hoping anyway. He's shown a big initiative in this offseason. It's a week ago. They were posted that he is going to rally all the offensive weapons up, all the receivers, the tight ends, and he's going to do his own workout and get the camaraderie going. And that is very big for a team as well as timing when you run an offense. Sometimes you got to know that man is going to break at 15 and a half yards instead of 16. That's different between an overthrow and an interception. All that matters in offseason. He's also shown leadership. If you go back to his Alabama days, he was a winner there. They won a national championship with him. However, he got beat out by the backup, Tua Tagovailoa. And he stood by his team. He didn't complain, did his job. And he actually stayed the next year and did try to compete, but he did not win the starting job. Tua Tagovailoa goes out. He comes back in, rallies his team up for a win, and get a W and send them to the next game. That's leadership. He waited for his time, and he still competed. Once he graduated as a student, he took his talents to Oklahoma, which things turned for very good for Jalen Hurts. I didn't really believe in Jalen Hurts when he was at Alabama. I saw the windows he was trying to throw into were kind of tight, and he just wasn't really accurate. They didn't run an offense to fit him. So it goes back to what was the difference between him and Alabama and Oklahoma. He still won, but he actually like a quarterback at Oklahoma. So what Oklahoma Lincoln Riley would do is he found all the things that he did well. He's like, okay, you can throw this route, but you can't throw it with a lot of people in there. So what he would do is if he wants to throw that 15-yard break and cut, he's going to space the guys out all the way out to the outside of the numbers. That means you're putting the linebackers out and you're opening the middle of the field up for that throw. So he made bigger windows for Jalen. And I think that will have to roll over for Philadelphia. Go back and look at the footage of what he did well, and you start from there and build for the future with Jalen Hurts. I think if everybody's healthy, we will be competitive. But it would take coaching and play calling to make a difference to win the big games when it really matters. That's Jalen Hurts. Keep up what you're doing. Stay healthy. Stay stretched. Get bigger and stronger. You're going to need it. One good thing that Jalen Hurts does do is he can extend the play. He can throw on the run. He's going to need that with that, makeshift offensive line we have. Jason Kelsey's coming back. That gives me a sigh of relief. But which Lane Johnson will I get? And when we finally cut ties with Jason Peters, if Jason Peters is not playing guard, then he don't want to be playing at all. I don't want to see him on the outside playing tackle anymore. I just feel like his time is past for that position. If he's not going to be an inside threat as for run blocking and inside pass, then no. I think Jason Peters should go be a commentator or get a YouTube channel like me. But on to other quarterbacks. This year, we're going to have a very unique draft. So we're going to start off with the number 1 overall pick that I am predicting. It's Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence has everything that you need to be in the NFL, especially for a high pick like him. Tall, he's big, strong, good arm. I watched him coming out into the Elite 11 quarterback series. He showed he can throw the football. And as he progressed from his freshman year to his second year, I feel like his accuracy got better. In tighter windows, he can make those throws. He can move off his primary read, go to the secondary read, and if he got time, he go to the third read. And he got to the point now he can use his legs. He's a very underrated 4.58. If he get it going upfield, you may not catch him running that 4.58 to 6.6. However, he does have some flaws. Sometimes you just don't know when to throw the ball away. But that was the biggest thing I saw. Sometimes, you gotta live to see another day. But he's also gonna be a rookie, so he's gonna have his growing pains. But that was the worst I saw with Trevor Lawrence. Besides playing down to talent, I seen him play Notre Dame and crush Notre Dame, and I seen him play Troy and play piss poor. So he's gonna have to bring it every game in the NFL. If not, you will be 6-10, and in 2 years, somebody will be looking for your replacement. That's Sam Darnold. Next quarterback. He's a very unique talent coming out of Ohio State. Justin Fields. I feel like he's big, strong enough arm for the NFL. I think that he's mobile, so that would be his plus size. He got a good arm. He does throw well outside of the numbers, but I found in Justin's his film, he don't like to come off that primary read. If I'm a play caller and I can figure out what kind of defense they're in, Justin Fields look like an all-star every night. But if they double that primary read or take that away from him, he's going to have to learn to go to his secondary read or just go to touchdown or check down. They start him out as a rookie. Like I said, he has good talent. He has a good feel for the game, good pocket presence. He's not really trigger happy or, trying to scramble out of the pocket. I watched him, I think he played in high school. And he played pretty good that year. I think he would have gave a good chance of winning the state title, but he broke his thumb. But he has not had any really sure thing of injuries, which is very good. A lot of quarterbacks that are mobile, ankles, ribs, shoulders, they get those hurt very often because they get hit a lot. But Justin's big, thick kid. I think he'll be fine. But he's going to have to rebound in the NFL from that loss that they had from Alabama. But one thing that I'm posting, I did put a star by my notes that you will have to work on, Justin Field, is your footwork. It's not terrible, but it can be better. However, this is just critiquing and finding holes in your game right now. You're going to be a rookie. You can work on all this in the offseason. Think you'll be fine. This next quarterback, I don't know about this one. I mean, the pros, they get it wrong every year. And I hope this kid proves me wrong. Zach Wilson. Zach, if you're tuning in, great. You don't know Zach Wilson. He's coming out of that backyard university, BYU. I don't think he's a first-round pick. I think they're going to swing and miss like they did with the Mitchell Trubisky thing. I projected years ago that Mitchell Trubisky was a decent and great talent, but I didn't feel like he showed enough to be in the first round, more or less. Like, what was he? I think a number 2 pick. Didn't think so. I think they both have a good athleticism. They can stand to play. Mr. Trubisky has a great arm, but, accuracy problem. I look at Zach Wilson. I give him maybe a B+ on arm strength. I watched him throw the ball. I don't really think he's a natural thrower of the ball. He can get it down the field, but it doesn't look that great all the time. But I can say he can throw the ball. Good arm strength. The extending the plays was good. Great athleticism. I'm trying to find all the good things I saw. And then I'm going to get to the bad things. The bad things are, I looked at his highlights first. So when I broke down his film, I looked at his highlights first to show me exactly what he does good. And then I looked at the games, if I'm not mistaken, it's San Diego State, and he played Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina was the best that he played all year. BYU is not known for playing elite talent. No, they're not. However, I go to his highlights, a lot of yards, threw over 3,600 yards. If you look at those highlights very closely, they're big plays. They're down the field. They do show his accuracy, which I did like. However, a lot of that stuff was blown coverage. Good Lord. I don't know who's playing DBs in that conference, but they won't get drafted for Sunday. But I think this guy, I think he could play in the league. But I don't see that number 2 overall pick or somebody trading up to get him. If so, you're going to have to hold his hand for like at least 1, maybe 2 seasons. Develop him. Matter of fact, let him sit out the whole entire year who drafts him. I mean, they did the same thing with the backup quarterback Green Bay. Picked him in the first round. He didn't take not 1 snap this year. So that's how I really feel about Zach Wilson. Like I said, he was great to watch. I mean, when nothing else is on TV, but I did not see a number 2 or number 3 overall pick from him. This next quarterback, well, Trey Lance, if that rings a bell. Trey Lance is big. He's physical. And unfortunately, he went to North Dakota State. And everybody knows how I feel about quarterbacks that go to North Dakota State. Just ask Carson Wentz. Of course, he didn't play anybody. He's big. He's strong. If I had to compare him to someone, I would say Cam Newton, not as tall, and Jason Campbell used to be from the Redskins. He got like kind of a wind-up like Jason Campbell. Big, strong arm. I think he's more of a project-style quarterback. I don't think he's ready for the pros just yet. I would sit him, develop him. But somebody's going to take him in the first round. You better not miss because this is your first-round pick. I would go for a sure pick. I don't think it's a sure pick. I mean, if I'm picking in the top 10, I need to make sure this kid can play. And Trey Lance, like I said, if you look at the good part of his game, there's a lot. I mean, there's some highlights. Well, he threw 67%, but he didn't really see a whole lot of action down the field. Like I said, he played okay, but I feel like at best he would be Cam Newton of Superman. At worst, he'd be a bad Jason Campbell. But last but not least, we have Mac Jones. Mac Jones, if everybody has watched Alabama this year, he was the quarterback this year. Had a great year, went undefeated at Alabama. Mac Jones is a little fleet-footed, 4.76, not bad. He's about 6'2", he's 205. He's smaller than he looks. You know, he'd probably drink a little beer on the weekend, but hey, he can play quarterback. I feel like he's more of a game manager in the NFL. And if I had to project his rounds, I would say between early 3rd, maybe 5th round pick. I think that Mac Jones can play in the league. I mean, he got a decent arm streak. I mean, I don't think he's trash. He's not. But like I said, if you rate these quarterbacks I have Trevor, sure, first round pick or first overall pick. I have Justin Fields, a definite first round pick. Zach Wilson, I think that's going to be a miss. At best, I would have had him in the 2nd round, at best. And Mac Jones, you know, everybody loves him. And he comes to play. He works hard. And I got him between the 3rd and the 5th. But, you know, of course, that's what I have for the quarterbacks. Did you guys see that All-Star game? I'm not going to lie. I felt like Steph Curry was going to win the 3-point contest, which he did. I felt like Team LeBron was going to win. But I was very disappointed in the dunk contest. Not with what they did and how they scored it. You know, I think the kid's name was Stanley. You know, yeah, probably my cousin. I feel like he got robbed. I mean, he came underneath with the underleg windmill with the offhand and threw it down. And I mean, you give him like a 44. Like, I mean, he's not that tall, but you got to have a lot of hops to make that look easy. And he did. But, you know, after that first dunk, I think he was kind of dejected after that. And he tried to do the double leg up and underneath and come around. He couldn't grasp it, so he just tried to put a dunk down. They kind of got him eliminated. But, like I said, the kid that Simmons, I want to say, when he almost kissed the rim, whoo, young man got up there. I don't think I've seen a lot of tall guys get up that high. I haven't seen too many guys on the 6'6" get up that high and can kiss the rim almost and still throw it down. But let's look at the stats. Giannis, of course, he got MVP. He had 35 points. He went 16 of 16 from the field. That's actually pretty doggone good because, I mean, every now and then you go and miss a shot. And he banked one off for the three-pointer. So, good job, Giannis. Feel like that give you some good momentum going back into the season. You know, you guys had this week off. Don't worry about the COVID stuff. Just get back into the swing of things. LeBron, he showed up. And he did what he does best. He put a team together. So he played all up. He only played 13 minutes, which I don't mind that because I can't afford for you to roll an ankle out there. So he had 4 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, only 1 turnover. The Joker had 6 points, 1 block, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. And Steph Curry, he was cooking in the night. He went 8 of 16 from three-point land. He ended up with 28 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Playoff P came off the bench with 17. And Jalen Brown had 22. Dame time? Oh, yeah. Coming off the bench. He had 32 tonight. And the game winner. I felt like him and Steph had a little competition. It was like, okay, you shoot this half-court 3, I'm going to shoot 1 too. And Steph comes down off the rebound, pulls up for the long 3, rims out. Why Dame Dollar catch the rebound on the very next one and pulls up and makes it. I felt like he was like, gotcha, Steph. Overall, it was entertaining. Wasn't disappointed in the game itself. I felt like it was competitive, and I love the fact that they gave back to the HBCU colleges. Felt like it was a good thing to put it out there because they're doing great work too in their universities as well as their community. They raised about $1.2 million, and that will go to great causes. And granted, we will try to put out at least one more video on Wednesday because this one wasn't as long because we're only talking about quarterbacks today and the All-Star game. And I'm your host, Ricky Stanley, and I am out of here.